are the world's greatest superheroes. Now get ready for the DC Universe to get even bigger and better with the new age of DC heroes. Damage, raging power for an hour. The Silencer, the mother of all assassins. Sideways, teleport into adventure. The Terrific, a family of heroes. Thrilling new comic books by DC's masterclass of artists. Get them at a comic shop near you.
Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So today I am going to be talking about DC's The New Age of Heroes, which is a new line of comics that is coming out. Some of it has already come out, and it's going to be one of the biggest things in comics to be happening in 2018, at least in my opinion. So DC is going to be releasing 8 different titles. And they're really putting their A game into this because they have what they call their master class of artists. So you've got artists like Jim Lee, Andy Kubert, Tony S. Daniel, Ivan Reis, Philip Tan, and a whole bunch of others. And you've also got some really great writers on these books, like Scott Snyder and Steve Orlando and Dan Abnett, and Justin Jordan and Dan Didio, among others. So the first book that they released, and this one's out now, is Damage #1. So Damage is actually pretty cool. He's a bit like the Incredible Hulk, but he's actually very different. Now the art on this is really spectacular. It's by Tony S. Daniel, and I've done a review of issue #1. So you can check that out with a link in the description box if you haven't already. But honestly, the penciling on this is really phenomenal. You know, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it really looks like DC is going all out and putting a lot behind these new heroes. So the second book they're releasing, and the first issue of this is actually out now, and I have a review of it too, which you can check out, the link in the description box, but it's called The Silencer. So this is a pretty new and interesting character. She is one of DC's deadliest assassins, and she actually has metahuman abilities. So I was pretty, really wasn't sure what to think about this one at first, but it really was a lot better than I expected. So I thought it was pretty good. I recommend it. So the third one, and this one actually isn't out yet, is called Sideways. So the description on this is, during the events of Dark Knight's Metal, high school junior Derek James accidentally fell through a rift into the dark matter dimension. Now, as Sideways, he can create rifts in midair to leap through dimensions at will. That's pretty interesting. So that's his power. Another one that's coming out is called The Terrifics, and I've heard quite a bit of buzz for this. I think mostly because it's some characters that people already know. So this is going to be drawn by Ivan Reis, who is really terrific. Everyone loves Ivan Reis. And written by Jeff Lemire. So this is going to be called The Terrifics. So you've got Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Plastic Man, and Phantom Girl make up this team. So I'm really hyped to check this one out too. It sounds pretty cool, although I don't know much about the story that united them together yet. So the next one is called The Immortal Men, and I took a look at the preview comic they released for this, and the art is really phenomenal. I mean, it's not surprising considering it's Jim Lee, but it's really great. And I hadn't heard of The Immortal Men before, so I'm pretty interested to read the story. They had a little bit of a preview for it, and the foldout for Damage also had some of the characters from this. So the description on The Immortal Men is, there is a secret history to the DC universe of heroes who have protected humanity from the shadows since the dawn of time. Heroes who can live forever. Enter the Immortal Men. The team, headed by the Immortal Man, has waged a secret war against the House of Conquest for countless years. So this sounds kind of interesting. Mostly I'm intrigued because the art on it is so good. So the next one up is called The Curse of Brimstone, and the art on this is by Philip Tan, who is really phenomenal. I'm not really sure what to think on this one though. It seems more like a Vertigo book than a DC book, but I'll definitely give it a chance. The description on it is, Joe Chamberlain is not your average kid. trying to get by in his chewed up and forgotten small town, he also unknowingly made a deal with the devil that cursed him into brimstone. Now, with the power of fire and destruction in the palm of his hands, Brimstone can turn his town around and seek revenge on the devil who cursed him. But in order to maintain his heroic form, Joe has to endure every second of the fiery burning pain from the inside out. Wow. So that sounds like a pretty intense book, and it's probably kind of dark. I wonder if it's going to be rated teen or mature. That's really interesting. So the final... Oh, there's two more. So the next one is called New Challengers, and I guess this is continuing on from Challengers of the Unknown, which I haven't actually read. But the big thing about this, you've got a dream team of artist and writer. You have Andy Kubert. Okay, Andy Kubert is doing the pencils on this. Doesn't get any better than that. And then, of course, Scott Snyder is the writer. I mean, he's the top of his game right now. One of the best writers in the comics field. So the last comic that's going to be coming out is called The Unexpected. The art is by Ryan Sook, and the writing is by Steve Orlando. I like Steve Orlando's writing. I thought his Batman The Shadow crossover from last year was really good. I actually like that one quite a bit. So the description on The Unexpected is, the unexpected orbits around a group of heroes who yearn to show the world that they're more than the sum of their past mistakes. It centers in on something we all face every day, wrestling with our pasts and the compromises we've made. So that one sounds like it might be kind of a psychological book. Pretty interesting stuff. So right now, most of the art, as I've seen, is on the first 5. So we've got a lot more to see and a lot more that's going to come out. So far, I've only read Damage and The Silencer, and they're both really amazing, which I find to be highly encouraging because the 2 or 3, I'm actually really excited for the Terrifics, the Immortal Men, and New Challengers, because I love all those artists, so I can't wait. You know, it's pretty cool. I haven't been this hyped up about a new character series in a long time. You know, usually I stick to the classics like Superman and Batman and Justice League and all that, so it's pretty fun to have new and exciting characters. And yeah, I know some of these characters have been around in the past. Damage, for instance, came out in the 90s. The point is, it's a new version of him. Alright, that's all for now. Have you guys been reading these? Did you like The Silencer? Did you like Damage? Which of these 8 are you looking forward to the most? To be honest, the one I've heard people talking about the most by far is the Terrifics. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Thanks for being a part of DC Fans United. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're almost up to 600 subscribers. When I get up to 600, I'll make a special video. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications if you haven't, and that's all for now. Thank you.
End of line.